Hi, dear students. Today we are going to discuss the next part of the module number 5 of PBD, that is the pricing in different markets. And today we are going to discuss about the pricing in the monopoly market. And in the last class, we studied about the pricing in the perfect competition. Hope you all understood it very well. And today, as I said, we are going to the pricing in monopoly. And this session is mainly dealing with the meaning and definitions of monopoly, or what are the various causes of monopoly and what are the various types of monopoly. And in the next session, we will deal with how the price is determined in the monopoly market. Okay, first of all, the monopoly, the word meaning, the word is derived from the two Greek words, that is mono and poly, and together it called monopoly. And the meaning of these words, and mono means single and poly means seller. So combined, the meaning is single seller. So we can say that the monopoly means the single seller. Let's go to the definition of monopoly. Monopoly is a market form in which the single seller controls the whole supply of a single commodity which has no close substitutes. First of all, we know that this is a market form, and second is that it has the single seller and it controls the whole supply of single commodity. So it's a market form, it has only one single seller, and that controls the supply of single commodity, and this particular product has no close substitute. So we can see some features of the monopoly market. The first one is that it has single seller, and that single seller controls the whole supply of single commodity and has no close substitute. So single seller, single commodity, and these are the main peculiarities of monopoly market. And we know that it is the example is Indian Railway, or it is the state government monopoly of rail transportation. And we know that a monopoly can exist only so long as it is able to block the entry of potential competitors. If the potential competitors enters the market, then the monopoly market cannot continue. Let's go to the features of monopoly market, the characteristics of features. As we seen in the definition, the first feature is that it has only the single producer or single seller. Second one is that the firms and industry are same. We know the difference between the firms and industry. Firm means a single uh, unit, and industry means it is the combination of various firms. So here in the monopoly market, the firms and industry are same, and there is no clause substitutes to the product, and the cross elasticity is zero or negative. This we can uh, study more about this when we discussing about the graph. And this particular industry has the full control over the supply, and the entry is restricted because the new firms cannot enter the industry. The average revenue curve always slope downwards. These 2 points we can discuss more when we discuss about the pricing in monopoly market, or when we discuss about the graph. Then let's see what are the causes of monopoly, or what are the reasons of monopoly. The first one is it has the legal restrictions. Legal restrictions means the restrictions created by the law or the patent or copyright. Suppose if a particular firm has a particular patent or copyright, then that firm can only produce that particular item. Other firms cannot produce that particular item. So the first cause is legal restrictions. And the second one is that exclusive ownership. Exclusive ownership means that that particular firm has the control over the raw material. No other firms are not getting the raw material. The full ownership of the raw material is vested in the hands of a firm. uh, it may happen, and that is the another reason for exclusive ownership. And the next is that economies of large scale of production. Sometimes a particular unit is served by a single firm and not profitable to other firms. Here, the single firm is treating or serving the customers very well, and it will not be profitable to the other firms to serve in that manner, or to serve as the competitor treats its customers. And we know the reasons of economies of large scale. The economies of large scale happens when it can cut its cost by increasing the output. Next is knowledge of production technique. Particular firm knows the knowledge of production, then that firm can produce that particular item. Its great example is Armla mirror. Next is the what are the various types of monopoly. First one is perfect on absolute monopoly. When a monopoly is called as perfect or absolute, when it has only single seller and there is no clause substitutes. The next form is that imperfect monopoly. Imperfect monopoly means it has only single seller but there is class substitutes. In the perfect monopoly, we can see that there is no class substitutes, but in the imperfect, we can see that there is class substitutes. Third one is private monopoly. It is the if a single firm on private organization is owned, controlled, and managed by that particular uh, individual or private organization, we can say that it is a private monopoly. And next is simple monopoly. That means it's a single market and the same price for all the customers. Then we can say that that particular monopoly is simple monopoly. Next one is public monopoly. That if the monopoly is caused due to the government, example is Indian Railway, we can say that it is a public monopoly. Next one is discriminating monopoly. It is just opposite to the simple monopoly. Here also the single market, but the price will be different for different customers. The natural monopoly, it is natural advantages, maybe of good location, abundant resources, etc. We can know the case of Gulf countries. In the Gulf countries, the crude oil is very much more, so they are monopolized in the crude oil. That is the example of natural monopoly. And there is the other is legal monopoly, and we had seen this point in the causes of monopoly. It may due to the legal reason some monopoly may arise. It may due to the trademarks, patent, copyrights, etc. Next one is the technological monopoly. Technological monopoly means if a particular firm has self-sufficient in the technological, or they are upfront in the technological side, they can be that is an example of that. If they are front in the technological side, the technological monopoly may happen, because if only one firm knows about about a particular technology, then that single firm will be the, or that single firm may constitute the technological monopoly. Yeah, some firms have capital goods, new production methods, and due to these production methods and capital goods, they are achieving the economies of large scale of production. Next one is joint monopoly. Joint monopoly means the firms acquires monopoly. Uh, that means if a particular firm acquiring another company through amalgamation or cartels or syndicate, etc., then that type of monopoly is known as joint monopoly. Okay, so these are the various types of monopoly. And in the next session, we will discuss about how the price is determined in the monopoly market. Okay, especially in the short term and long term. And so please read the text in detail. Thank you.